Page 11, Polka Dots. At the top of the page, they're introducing endings. Ooh. You see them in the music here. Let's look at polka dots. At the end of the second line, you see above the last four measures that there's two measures that have that line across them with a 1, and then two measures with a line across with a 2. Those are the indications for endings. And you can have any number of endings. We could have a third ending and a fourth ending, and they can combine endings. I could have 1 and 3 together and 2 and 4 together, or 1 and 2 together. Anything goes. You just, whatever the music says, you just follow it. Now, how does it work? Well, you see the repeat sign at the end of the first ending. And don't get the feeling that an ending has to have a repeat sign. It doesn't. But in this case, it does. And remember, the rule for repeat sign for now is go back to the beginning and play it all again. Okay. Well, in an ending, you only play the ending once based on the number of the ending. Well, that was clear as mud. Let's look at that. Well, at the second line, you have a first ending and a second ending. So the first time I go through and play it, I'm going to do the first ending. Then I repeat back to the beginning, and I go back and I play it again. But this time I skip the first ending because I've already played it. I don't play it again. I only play it the one time, and I jump over to the second ending, and I play that. I'm going to go on. And that's how endings work. It's really pretty simple. Think about it. It's just they're telling you one time you're going to play one ending, and the next time you're going to play the other ending. And the number tells you which time you do which ending. Now that stuff at the bottom of the page, that's for the next lesson. So just skip that for now. I don't like those lists anyway, yuck. But we'll talk about that in the next lesson. Let's look at polka dots. It is 2 lines long, sort of, but the repeat sign and endings are going to make it longer. The point is there's 2 lines of music we got to deal with. Okay. Treble and bass clef, no sharps or flats in the key signature. We're in the key of C major. 4/4-time signature. I see quarter notes, half notes, whole notes, and a bunch of rests. And the endings, we got to deal with that, and the repeat sign. Right hand first. Let's make sure we got the notes okay. You're starting out here. And it's 1, 2, 3. And I recommend here we stay here and just reach up, play the C's. Don't move here in this case. And that's because in the third measure we got to be here again. I don't want to be moving around. See, one of the principles of the fingering style that I learned in college and that I teach now is I don't move the hands if I don't have to. You can always move up and move down. It's not incorrect. It's just the style of fingering I use, I don't. Because I can reach up and play it and then come back down. So I'm here and here. I'm using the thumb as my anchor, here, and I'm going up. To feel that distance, remember that distance? We got to know that distance. And then with the rest, I come back down where I was. Now, in the second line, you have an F and a D. Well, the D is too far away. I can't work that. What? And they don't give any fingering here to help. So how do I handle this second line here? Because now I gotta move. I gotta lift up and move to get to the C, to the D, and then back down. I don't recommend it. This is too much movement for me. I don't like it. It's not that the fingering in the book is incorrect. It's just that there's more than one way to finger it, and I don't like it. So I'm going to make a suggestion. I make lots of suggestions on fingerings anyway, but you're welcome to use whatever fingering you want. But I think it would be better here if in the first line, the first measure's okay, the second measure's okay, but I think for the third measure, rather than third finger, I'm just going to relax here and then bring down one hand and play it with thumb. And then, see, now I'm doing that. I'm in this position for those 3 notes. Then when I get to the second line, I can play those with the thumb. It's a repeated note. Remember repeated notes? I can change hand positions on repeated notes to prepare for what's coming. And I want to prepare for this D. So I'm going to play it with thumb. This way I'm ready for the D. And then in the first ending, rather than fourth finger, I'm just going to reach down here with the thumb. So I'm kind of crawling around here. So again, very slowly. At the beginning, I'm here. Then I reach up, I clasp. Now come down here, thumb, third finger, second. Then second line, I'm going to use thumb. Little. And then come down, thumb, little finger, third. Now I'm ready to repeat back. When I do it the second time and I skip the first ending, the second line would be here. And I go to the second ending, I just reach down. It's a D. It's that distance again. And then I can collapse third finger and thumb. So I'm just kind of crawling around here. And I can get where I can play this and move around like I need to without looking at the keyboard, because I have a feel for these distances of where these keys are. From here to here, and from here to here, I got a feeling of where these distances are. That's what I recommend. That takes a little time to get used to it, but I encourage you to give it a shot. The left hand's a little simpler. We're just here and we're staying here, thumb. And then the whole note, and then another whole note, and then, oh boy, that's fun. Put the hands together. So we're here, and reach up, and then here, then here. Second line, thumb, here, and here. I'm going to repeat. Get the idea? So, whatever fingering you use, you go ahead and work through it and get rid of any hesitations anywhere. Make sure you do the repeat sign and play it like it's written. Don't try and play these endings straight, from one ending straight to the other ending. That's really kind of a bad habit. You need to play it as though it's really written, and so you need to repeat and go through it again before you get to the second ending. And once I have all that, then I can think about the articulation. Here we got staccatos. They're short staccatos. I'm flexing at the wrist here. I'm bouncing. Connect this. Staccato. So just add the staccatos and then connect the half notes and whole notes. And that's the only articulation given, so then I think about the interpretation. Well, again, natural accents. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. I exaggerate them so you can hear them, but really you just feel them. And then the phrasing, well, the first line is a phrase, and then the second line will be a phrase also. So lift up at the end of the line. Lift up. It's like taking a breath, okay? Now, at the end of the first ending, when you're here, you go back to the top, lift up. It's like taking a breath, end of a phrase. As far as how fast you go, it's up to you. Let's just play it accurately. Now, if you want, you can go ahead and bring out the melody too, and that's in the right hand. Play it a little louder than the left. It's just a little heavier in the right hand than you are on the left. So you can hear the right hand? Yeah. Don't play it loud necessarily. Just play it louder than the left. Keep the left very light. Yeah. Let's play this together very slowly so we can check the notes and rhythms and all. I'm going to play both hands about the same, but I will do the staccatos. I'm going to lift up between the phrases, and we are going to do the repeat and all that. So I'll give us 4 counts. 1, 2, ready, go. Rest. rest, 2, 4, 2, 3, 4, rest, rest, 2, 4, 2, 3, repeat, rest, rest, 2, 4, 2, 3, 4, rest, second ending, 2, 4, 2, 3, 4, off.